Hello viewers, it's Sherede Moses here with the University Talk Show. I'm here with Mr. Chilambe Clement, who is a student leader and former Mobile Medsa president. Mr. Chilambe, introduce yourself. The audience is interested in knowing who you are.
Thank you so much, Sherede. Of course, I've already been introduced. My name is Chilambe Clement and I'm a final year biomedical sciences student. And I'm also the former president of famous Mobile Medsa, Mulungushi University Biomedical Sciences Student Association. So thank you for having me. It's actually my first time on the University Talk Show, and I look forward to today's conversation.
Okay, so speaking of being a Mobile Medsa student, a biomed student, tell us about biomed. Was it discovery, or maybe it's just destiny that led you to where you are now?
Okay, so about how I found myself in biomedical sciences.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to tell a little story. So what happened was I was just someone who wanted to do this field in the health sector that's so hidden but at the same time respected. So I wanted to do dental surgery, okay, because I wanted to be this dental surgeon that everybody looks up to. So now, of course, I saw it at CBU. So my friend is actually my best friend. He's actually doing engineering. I had to escort him to main campus, Mulungushi University. No, let's so check at Mulungushi University. Maybe they might be offering the same program that you want. So we went there. Okay, we reached the academics office. They told us that the program that you want is going to be introduced next year in Livingstone. I felt so nice because I wanted Mulungushi. And I wanted to do a program that I wanted to do, which is dental surgery. So what they told me was, so what you do is you need to apply under medicine, and then you do any second choice. So you can apply under medicine or pharmacy or actually biomedical sciences, so that when that program is introduced in Livingstone, that's where now you'll be quoted into. Okay, so I chose to apply under medicine. Then I had to put engineering as my second choice, and then pharmacy. Okay, so with the hope that, okay, so after this first year, I'm going to start pursuing my dream, which is becoming a dental surgeon. Then after an entire academic year, semester 1 exams, we did it, semester 2 smoothly did it, and then at the end of the academic year, we are now waiting for people to be grouped in 2 groups, so that they come here, they do the program of their choice. Only to find out that I've been sent an acceptance letter in biomedical sciences, bachelor's of science in biomedical sciences. I was very confused. I was very I wouldn't say disappointed. Yeah, disappointed. Okay, let me
at that point.
At that
you
point,
were
yeah.
disappointed.
I was very disappointed and confused. And then I told mom and dad about it. No, then I had to research more about biomedical sciences. Then I had to go for it, because changing universities again, it's a sheer waste. I saw it as a sheer waste of time. So I'm going to do biomedical sciences. So that's how I found myself here in biomedical sciences.
What an interesting journey.
Yeah, it is an interesting journey. But what I found out was, actually biomedical sciences is what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do, but how the things I involved myself into in high school, the competitions I participated in, the clubs that I joined, is a full and clear description of biomedical sciences itself. Because I used to do JETS, JETS about science, and I was actually the vice president of JETS, the president of debate, and other clubs that were science related. So, me wanting to be creative, innovative, just discovered that biomedical sciences is what suits me. So I'm actually to be here, and that's why I've been very passionate about it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Well, because most of the students, especially when they come here, you find that they regret making their decision of coming to the School of Medicine. We talk about biomed students, we talk about pharmacy students, and also medical students. They end up regretting coming here. Some of them wish that maybe I would have remained at main campus. Perhaps things would have been different. But I'm certain it's not the same case for you. Never the same case.
Never.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, viewers. So let's meet after the break. Mr. Chilambe, speaking of student leadership, we have Mubamedsa, which is a name that echoes in the four corners of SOMS. Yes, perhaps just below Mufamsa. And it's an association where you are privileged to serve as president of the association. So tell us, how did you become president of Mubamedsa? Because I think your story is quite interesting. Because you initially were not in the previous executive before you became president.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I'm sure the viewers would want to know more of how you became president, just from being a student, then president.
Yeah, so about how I became Mubamedsa president. It's quite an interesting journey, because I wasn't even a member at first of Mubamedsa.
Oh.
I started from being a non-member to being the president of the association. Okay, so the association was in place at first. The people that were fighting for us, the first executive, which I might say they did quite a good job, right? So they had to put the constitution in place, they had to organize us, and by then I wasn't really into, the plans of, I want to be the president of the association one day and all that, you get. So, of course, some other people were saying maybe Chilambe will be one of the first people in the first executive, because, they are the second intake, and this is when this is coming up, and okay, there's also a big name out there, so this guy will be there. But I wasn't there, and I didn't really pay much attention to that. So after the first executive, they served, and of course their tenure ended. So after the tenure ended, that's when now we had to announce that we need people to occupy positions in Mubamedsa. Okay, I was a non-member at first, and since it was beginning, it wasn't even that serious, the membership fee and all those things. So at first, the story is all over. He's going to be the president. But I noticed one thing, which, of course, I still notice in student leadership up to this day, which we always think that student advocacy is when you as a student, you are a leader, you need to advocate, you need to change systems and all that. That is very wrong, and that is the mistake that I saw. And I believe leadership is something that is so big, especially when you are leading students. So it's not really about advocacy, it's about building a system. Building an association is not easy. So one thing that I wanted to do was to build an association, and that's what happened. So I chose to be the president. Not me choosing, but people chose me to be the president of the association, and we started projects. One thing that I noticed about before actually becoming the president was what people could say, and I feel, what people said doesn't really matter. Of course, that would be another topic, of course. But about how I became the president, I saw those gaps, and yeah, I saw that I could bring on some projects which could elevate, which could help both the school and also my students, which are the biomedical science students.
And I think I knew Mubamedsa at the time when you became president. Yes, I believe that's a time when it gained that visibility from the student populace, especially non-biomed students. Yes, and with that, I would want to know what you consider to be your biggest achievement by the time you are president of Mubamedsa.
So the biggest achievement of by the time I was serving as president. So project management, how we're doing projects are my biggest achievement, I would say, because there was no project that I would say it was too small. There's no project that I would say it was too big. Every project was involved time, involved resources, involved us achieving the goal. So when you look at the things that we did, okay, so what we wanted to do, the first thing that we did was we wanted to make a very good relationship with the management, because we knew that without the management we wouldn't go anywhere, especially that we are not the student union, but we are just an association that doesn't even pay the university, you get, because there's a difference between, the union and us as associations. We have to cater for our programs, our projects, and if the school has to come in, then you have to make a very good speech for them to come in. So maintaining a good relationship with the university, number one, would help us achieve more projects. Apart from that, visibility as well at national level. I can tell you that the time I was serving as president of Mobile Metsa by then was actually number one in the country when it comes to projects. When you look at other university associations that were doing projects, the projects that we were doing were so big, such that people started even questioning, how are you able to do all these projects? Even management started questioning at some point, you get. It's because we organize ourselves and we planned things quite well. So the open year clinics that we did, the academic part, the tutorials, helping students, manage academic stress, and also, of course, sometimes the parties that we did, the memorandum of understanding that we signed with other organizations helped us achieve a lot of objectives that we had set as an association. But yeah, all those projects are so big. They are our biggest achievements.
Quite interesting. So now that you are former president, how involved are you when it comes to student leadership, when it comes to Mobile Metsa?
Okay, so you said, by the way, you actually said that maybe under Biro Mufamsa.
Just like Biro Mufamsa.
Mobile Metsa inspired Mufamsa to pull up their socks and become very big at his campus.
Yes, and I believe that was a time when Mufamsa was just gaining momentum.
Yeah, and we're also gaining momentum, you remember?
Yeah, Mobile Metsa was there a year before Mufamsa.
Okay.
Yes. So that was,
Okay, so what's the question again?
Like, how involved are you when it comes to student leadership, especially in Mobile Metsa?
Okay, I'm open to student leadership, such that the reason as to why I actually I believe in doing something once. I can't do something twice to prove that I can do something, isn't it? So for me, serving as president in my 4th year was really a big thing, and I wanted my 5th year to be the way it is now, because I can help only where necessary. Okay, I'm involved, of course. I can be involved in any project, but me serving, I need to leave chances for other people to also do what they think is okay for them. So I'm involved, especially the part of academics. I love school, and even me becoming the president of the Mobile Metsa, of the association, was because I believed that, when you combine academics and leadership, and I think that's the kind of leadership that we need, We do not need politics, especially SOMs. What do I mean by politics? What I mean is such things of promises, like you promise people, no, we are going to do this, we are going to do this. Those those things that people like. When we talk of medical programs, biomedical sciences, pharmacy, your focus as leaders should be about student professional development, helping students in academics, actually, because we're actually here for academics. So the part of academics are very much available. Yes, that's where I'm actually involved.
Okay.
I should be involved in that, yes.
Okay. And you talked about national level, and now I think you've served in, is it BioConnect?
Biomed Connect.
Yes, Biomed Connect for over a year. Tell us what Biomed Connect is about.
So Biomed Connect.
And your role that you play in Biomed Connect.
So Biomed Connect is a youth organization, non-profit organization. Yeah, that brings together students, researchers. When I talk of researchers, I'm talking about biomedical scientists, we've got a lot of departments in biomedical sciences. So we strive to provide a platform where students can connect. Lecturers, professionals can connect. We talk of researchers. We have got people that are working in non-government organizations, people that are working in government institutions, in academia, in university. So Biomed Connect is about bringing all these people together, and also not only that, but to equip them with critical skills, so that even as they are doing their roles and everything that they are doing in their professional workspace, they can have the skills that are needed for them to flourish. Yes. So I serve as the Director of Education, Research and Events at Biomed Connect, and I've served for a year. And I must say, we are still building it. But it's not only about we are still building it, but we've done a lot of things that would make people out there, especially of our professional being, to benefit from. Yeah, but we are still doing a lot of things that you can actually see on our Facebook page and also on a LinkedIn page.
Okay. Yes, so Mr. Chilambe, as someone who is very much admired by the student populators, do you have any words for the Biomed students and also the students in general, SOMS?
All right, okay, that's a nice question. Yes, I do, and the only thing that I can say is, Mulungushi SOMS, when you enroll yourself in a medical school, right? You are expected to put much, and you are expected to perform in a good way, academically, isn't it? So my advice is, I'm not aware of every student's schedule, but please have time for academics, because academics are a big part of this school. It's actually a medical school. Yeah, academics is what governs you. So you can go clubbing, you can visit your friend, you can do other things that you do, but you need to study, have time for studies, study smart, study hard, whether you're doing MBCHP, doing pharmacy, doing biomedical sciences. The truth is, you have to keep cooking, so that at a later time, people can eat. If you don't cook, you won't eat, and people are not going to enjoy anything from you. So, yeah,
cooking must
that
continue.
Is my advice. Yes, that is my advice.
All right, Mr. Chilambe, it was a very productive time. Yeah, and it was a pleasure for me to have you on this interview. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, and you're welcome. I should also say thank you. I look forward to a 2 hours conversation. A limited one, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that we can talk about, but this was nice, and I like it. And looking forward also
to having another one.
Continue with the great works that you're doing in making sure that our visibility as SOMS is out there. Yeah.
All right, viewers, thank you so much. It was I, Shevile Moses, and my good guest, Mr. Chilambe. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
You're welcome once again.
See you anytime soon.